Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Knit Crochet y Tejido. In this video I'm gonna teach you how to knit this cable fabric. It's very easy to do. I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the list of material you're gonna need to make it. If you are not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell, that way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you receive a Spanish video and you want to see in English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel, that you'll find the English version in there. For this stitch, I'm gonna use this leftover yarn. It's medium 4, 100% acrylic, this Chicago circular needle. In the description box below is the link where you can buy them. And these cable needles, and you're gonna need as well a row counter or a piece of paper, pen or pencil to keep track of your rows. This stitch is multiple of 6, and I'm gonna do 2 border stitch on each side. So I'm gonna custom 24 stitches, so that will be 6 and 6 12 and 12 and 12 24 plus 4 for the borders, 28 stitches that I'm gonna cast on in my needles for this sample. Leave it there long enough to cast on your stitches. I'm gonna do a slip knot, and I'm gonna wrap in my finger. This is the working yarn in the top. I'm gonna pass the needle through the loop, and I'm gonna pull that yarn, pull the 2 ends, and you have your slip knot. Put my needle there, that way it don't make too much noise. And you're gonna start casting on your stitches. You can stand whichever way you are more comfortable casting on your stitches. You can work this stitch flat or in the round. So I will show you first how to do it flat, and in the next video I will show you how to do it in the round. So I'm going to continue casting on my 28 stitches. Since I pull out extra tail, I cast on an extra motif, so I did 30 plus 4 for border, 34 stitches. Now I'm gonna do 2 rows for border. I'm gonna do a purl row and come back with a net row. That way there will be purl on the right side. So I'm gonna purl all my stitches. So do those 2 rows, and I will meet you here. 1 row purl, 1 row net. I did those 2 rows. Now we're going to start with row 1. The first 2 stitches will be purl, and the last 2, the rest net, because these are the border stitches. And this is an 8 row repetition for the motif. So you're going to continue knitting until the last 2 that you're going to purl. I finished row 1. Now 2 is all purl. You want to purl all your stitches, your border stitches, in all of them. So you're going to work the cables only in row 3 and 7. The rest is net in the right side, purl in the wrong side, except for those border stitches that are purl and the right side as well. Right side. So I will meet you here. Now we're going to work in row 3, and that's the cable row. So I'm going to do my 2 border stitches. I'm going to purl those 2. Now from here I start the repetition of those 6 stitches. You're going to knit 2. Now you're going to cable 4 to the back. So you're going to grab the next 2 stitches, and I grab the stitches with the shorter part of my cable needle. That way with this step I will knit the stitches when it's time to knit them. So I'm going to pass 2 to the back. I'm going to knit those 2, the next 2. I'm going to knit the 2 in the cable needle. You see, now I slip the stitches to the tip of the longer side, and I knit those 2. And those are the 6 stitch repetition that you're going to do in this row. So I start again, you knit 2, cable to the back. If I grab my 2 stitches with the longer part of the cable, I don't can knit with this. So that's why I pass it through the shorter side. To the back, knit 2. Now you're going to knit these 2 in the cable needle. And that is the repetition that you're going to do in row 3. You're going to finish with 2 purls at the end. So I'll show you one more time. After you do your cable, you knit 2, cable to the back, knit 2, and these 2 in the cable needle. And like that, you're going to continue until the end. After you do your cable, the last one you'll purl 2. So I finished row 3 and 4, and now 5 is all knit except for the border stitches, they are purl, and row 6 is all purl. I will meet you here for row 7. That will be a cable row. Remember, the cable you only do them in 3 and 7. The rest is knit on the right side, purl on the wrong side. I finished row 5 and 6. Now we're gonna work in 7, and that's a cable row. I'm gonna purl my 2 border stitches, and right away we're gonna start with a repetition, and we start with the cable this time, and it's to the front. So you're gonna pass your 2 next stitches to your cable needle to the front. You're gonna bring the yarn to the back, and you're gonna knit the next 2 stitches, and then you're gonna knit the 2 stitches on your cable. And you don't have to do it from the cable. You can pass the stitches back to the needle, and you can knit them from there. Also, if you don't have a cable needle, you still can do this with different things. If you have a double pointed needle, you can use your crochet hook. You can use one of these, even another knitting needle. You can use a secure for barbecuing, those little things. You can use anything that you can pass the stitches and put it in the front or the back until you're ready to work with them. So these next 2 you're gonna knit, and those are the 6 stitches. So you do cable and then 2 knits, cable and 2 knits. So again, I'm gonna do the cable. This time I'm gonna pass it to a crochet hook. That way you see that not necessarily you have to have a cable needle. Some people just leave them like that and do the cable with those 2 in the air. I don't like to take that chance. So you see, there's no excuse not to do the cable and stitch. So you knit the next 2, and these 2 from the crochet hook, you pass them to your working needle, and you see, you don't have to have one of those if you don't have to. So you're gonna do knit 2, you finish the cable, and the next 2 you knit, and like that you're gonna continue in row 7. You're gonna finish with 2 purl. So I'm gonna show you one more time. You're gonna pass 2 stitches to the cable needle. You leave them in the front. You knit the next 2. You knit the 2 in your cable needle. And that's 4 stitches. And you knit the next 2. And that's the repetition that you're gonna do, and that makes 6 stitches. I finished one full repetition of the motif, so you start with row 1, a net row. I said the border stitches that are purl, but I don't want to mention those because those are extra. So row 1, net, row 2, purl, row 3, a cable row, row 4, purl, row 5, net, row 6, purl, row 7, the cable, and 8, purl. I'm going to show you one more repetition of the full motif, and then you can continue working as long as you want. Row 1, and then after and 2 off camera, and I will meet you here to work in row 3. That's a cable row. Now I'm going to work in the repetition of 3. I'm going to do the 2 border stitches, so they're purl. Now we're going to start with 2 net. Those are the 2 first stitches of 6. You start with 2 net. Now the cable to the back. You grab the next 2 stitches. Place them in the back. Now you're gonna knit 2 and knit the next 2. And those are your 6 stitches. Again, you knit 2, cable to the back, knit 2, and the next 2. And like that is how you're going to continue until the end of this row 3. And you're going to finish with 2 purl. So again, you're going to knit 2, cable to the back, knit the next 2, knit the 2 in the cable needle, and like that you're going to continue all the way until the end of row 3 that you finish with 2 border stitches. Row 4 is a purl row. Row 5 is a net row. Row 6 is a purl row, and I will be you here for 7 to show you one more time how to do the cables in the front. I already did the first repetition in Spanish, so you're going to start with 2 purl for the border and then with the cable right away. In row 3 you start with 2 net and the cable. In row 7 the cable and then the 2 net. So this time the cable is to the front. You're going to pass 2 stitches to the front. You're going to knit the next 2 stitches in the back of that cable needle. Now you're going to knit the 2 stitches in the cable, and then after that you will knit the next 2 stitches, and those are the 6 stitch repetition. And that you're going to continue until the end of row 7. We're creating a cable fabric, really nice for a scarf, hats, blankets. So again, I'm going to cable to the front. I'm going to pass these 2 stitches to the cable needle to the front, knit the next 2, knit the 2 in the cable needle, and knit the next 2. And those are the 6 stitches. You'll continue with a repetition until the end, that you'll finish with the 2 purl. I finished the second repetition and I don't want to continue because you can see how beautiful these cable fabric look. They look fantastic. If you want to do a scarf, I recommend to do one row of purl and another row of purl on the way back. That way you don't get this in the inside. That way it will look a little bit nicer on both sides of the scarf, because here in the cable part it don't look that bad. It look really nice. And it's a very easy cable to do, especially for beginner. If you've done little cable, this will be a great cable stitch to practice, because it's only a 4 stitch cable, 2 to the front and then or 2 to the back. As you're working with 4 stitches only, no 8. That is a little bit more difficult to cross, and you know. So if you like, you can do seed stitch for the border for a scarf, 2 to 4 row, and the same for the border. If you do seed stitch in here, you'll do seed stitch in the side here, and it will look really nice. And you can use this for blankets too. You can do the entire blanket like this, or you can combine other stitches. This one combined with this stitch that I did before, you know, doing a piece like this, and then you continue with the next stitch like this, then this one again, or yeah, it will look amazing. For a blanket or a throw, it looks really nice. So I hope you guys like this stitch, and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you make anything with this stitch and you want to send me some pictures, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Net Crochet Tejido, or my Instagram, Ruby Net Crochet Tejido. Please share my video with friends and family. That way you help me grow here in YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.